Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of the Daily High with Tone Vase and Matt McGregor. How are you, Tone? You must be happy. Are you fully locked and loaded? I
I'm
need to
good.
know.
I'm good, man. Yesterday was a busy day. I did two shows on this channel plus Twitter Spaces. Whoa.
Yeah, man, it was busy, and I enjoyed both your shows. They were terrific. I'm in the this door is probably going to fly open soon, and there'll be 1,000 kids run through here. I'm in the kitchen today. I've bunkered myself down, but this door hasn't got a lock on it or anything. So if you hear a lot of screaming noises and stuff, no one's getting murdered in the other room. It's just it is what it is. Anyway, Bitcoin did something. So let's go straight to the charts. This is going to be a short show once again today because Tone's got a very important call coming up in 25 minutes. So let's not rattle on any further. All right. Oh, yes, it's moving upwards. All right, 4-hour time frame right now. Obviously, Bitcoin jumped. I was asleep for most of the jump and then busy all day today. So this is the first time I've actually really properly looked at the charts. I'm still in the trade from 61,660, which I'm very happy with, obviously. The MRI 9 came in. I'll leave that for Tone to talk on the 4-hour time frame. That was my first point of interest, but I love that it closed at the top. It had a high point of the close. Like it spent most of the day, most of that 4-hour period just floating around here at the 66,200 mark, about where we are right now, that it had a real pump into close, which I always like. I always like it. We came back down, retested the 7 simple moving average, and now we're getting a great kick off that. I really like this. I really like this for so many reasons. Not just for the simple trade, for the macro as well. So let's go into the 12-hour time frame. Let's have a gander at this. Yeah, we came up exactly on the MRI support and resistance area on that 4-hour close, exactly there, which is back here. That's what we need to break. It's exactly where we need to break. But I like that the 12-hour count is only up to a 3, which is really positive. I think there's a really great shot at knocking this out in this next in the next 10 and a half hours on the 12-hour. 12 hours has been money, man. It's been really good. I really like looking at it. It's a great, obviously, midpoint between the 4-hour and the daily time frame, and I love to see it. The daily looks the same. The alphanumerics bullish cross is probably going to come in tomorrow. If we stay up here, like it's definitely going to come in tomorrow, which is fantastic. I do think that we could come back down and retest the 50, which we almost tried to do just now. But if this candle turns green, I don't think it's going to come back down and retest. I think that we've got great momentum here. And I think that we can break this MRI support and resistance zone, same as the 12-hour back here at 66,800. I think there's a definite chance that we're doing that today. I really am excited. What I didn't want to see, which we've already proven that we haven't done, was on the weekly time frame. I was worried in yesterday's show that we still hadn't crossed, and I'll just turn the price off so you can see it, the 7 simple moving average, okay, on the weekly time frame. We had come up, we were exactly on the 7s at that point there, that 65,000 point last night when we did the show. And I was like, okay, well, we have come down, we've retested it. Is this going to be the rejection? I was in the trade, obviously, but I want to get above that line comfortably. And we have, okay? The week hasn't finished yet, so we've got 3.5 days left, but we've now cleared it. So the price on alphanumerics, I used the 7 simple moving average, the 30 simple moving average, the 50 simple moving average, and the 200 simple moving average. Absolute textbook simple moving averages. I heard you talking with Mark yesterday. See, Mark's got some different views on moving averages, and you've got some different views on moving averages. I use the stock standard moving averages for alphanumerics because I think that's where you find the real read of the market. You can absolutely tailor alphanumerics to any moving averages you want, but I want to see what's going on in the broad scheme in the basic settings. So we're above every single moving average on alphanumerics on a MRI 1 count. Great. Fantastic. If we can close above the 7 simple moving average in 3.5 days, do you know how bullish I'll be? I'm just hearing a hissing. My computer's on a hot plate. I'm just checking that the hot plate's not on. Just 1 second. No, it ain't. No, look, so yeah, I'm really, really excited on the weekly time frame. Tone, don't think I've got anything else. I'll just look at the 1 hour for 1 second, but I'd rather you talk about the 1 hour. We had that little pullback and we've just come back up and retested the 7. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, we could definitely come back to 65.3, whatever. I don't know. But for all it's worth, I'm fully bullish, completely bullish, and share it with your friends. Please use the affiliate links in the description below. We've got 2bit and BitGet. There's great sign-up bonuses there. Please stay tuned. I signed the contract today. We, as a collective, are putting a team into BitGet's annual trading competition. We're going to get 100, 200 people from you guys here. We're going to join with me and my Discord group. We'll get a big team together, and we are going to win the BitGet trading competition and take away some money. Tone, what are you seeing? Tell me.
Sounds good. Yeah, you should think about adding the link to the video description on joining the team.
This is a teaser. This is a teaser. It hasn't even been, the link's not even done yet, but we'll have it'll be in the description. You just click. So it's like an affiliate link as well. You'll sign up. We're in the trading competition. It doesn't start till June, so we've got time. You hear about it every night. Let's go. Let's rock. What do we got?
All right. So yesterday's candle, as Matt just mentioned at the very end of his outlook for Bitcoin, flipped us into a green count, which is good because next week, the moment we start trading above current candle, next week's candle will bring us a green star candle on the weekly. And we can see the last few times we got a green star candle on the weekly. Here's the last time we had it. We got the green star candle the second week of February, or maybe third week of February. And that green star candle came in the moment we started trading above the prior candle, which is about $48,500. And we ran all the way into the next MRI top, which was all the way at 72,000. So from 48.5 to 72,000. What about the green star before that? Well, the green star before that comes in at right above the high of the prior candle, which is at 40,000, sorry, $38,000. And that green star candle runs us into the another MRI top, which came in at 48,000. So that was a nice percent move. It's only $10,000, but it's $10,000 on 38,000. So that's a 25% move. The one I just talked about earlier was something similar, like 25%. That one was 45% actually. And what
And the
about
one
the
before
one before?
that, yeah, even better.
Yeah. And the one before that, which came off an MRI buy candle, which makes it even, which gives you even more confidence. This green star comes in right at the moving averages, has a little bit of a hiccup right afterwards, but still runs you into an MRI top for a 35% move. So these weekly green star candles have really been great. The two before that also did well. Now you have to realize is, yes, this like the prior one back in March of last year, yes, if you enter at the very end of the candle, there was very little money to be made. It never even made it into an MRI top. It only went up 9%, but the green star technically shows up the moment you start trading above the prior candle's high. And in that case, assuming you entered not immediately after, but soon after that on this weekly candle, you still could have easily made 25%. And the identical thing happened before that, back in January. Same thing, you get this green star candle. You don't have to enter right away. You have to enter at some point, and that runs you up another 30% before any correction. We have to go all the way back to October of 2022 for a green star candle to fail. And it's a green star candle failing off of an MRI buy, and it really failed. I mean, there's no excuses in trading. You lose money, you lose money. But this was the collapse of FTX. So in mid-November. So everything was reversing, everything was looking great, and then the FTX collapse. So these green
Tony,
star,
can
yeah,
I say as well, if you even went one step further to investigate rather than just eyeballing the great green stars, and don't do it now because you haven't got time, but if you actually implemented Tone Vaser's entries, exit, and stop losses with the candle prior, with the stop loss, and then you added, so you actually were, so that one, even that trade there that bombed out, it was a minimal loss. You're not taking the loss all the way to the bottom. You're taking the candle prior or whatever. The bottom, like you actually, if you used Tone Vaser's systems of entries, exits, and stop losses, that would be incredible. And then if you added leverage to it as well, even the 9%er move, like I'm putting 10x leverage on the trade. Like that's not 9%, it's not 9% anymore. That's pretty like decent return, like that's
right.
and if so like you're just talking about spot positions. You're not even talking about leverage positions. So it's exponential. It's been exponentially great.
Oh yeah, no, Matt's absolutely right. Okay, so I am really looking forward to next week and seeing that green star candle. We will need to wait till the end of the week to make sure the green star candle stays on the candle and not disappear, which can happen, but that's not as common. Usually when a green star shows up, it tends to stick around because it shows you, a nice, clean upwards market. Uh, okay, so now comes the important chart. Unfortunately, TradingView has a data error here. This is pretty much a doji candle right now. This is the tone vase allocation chart. I really wanted us to close above both moving averages flip over. And as I stated in yesterday's video, there were two options here. One, at around 65,000, you go 50% long, or you wait for to be absolutely certain we're staying in the 66, $67,000 area, and you go right into a 100% short. Now, I allowed
Long,
this entire
long, 100%
candle,
long,
sorry,
100% long.
100% long. I said short. Thanks for the correction. Uh, and again, I hate to do this. I hate putting this many notes on, but I
Do it,
am
do it,
feeling
do it, do it.
really, really good right now. The moving averages have crossed over. There were massive buying across all the ETFs, and it is time to just go in right
Yes.
here. I'm gonna just straight up put it at the top of yesterday's candle, right there. And today, I mean, I don't have access to my account yet. It just opened. I have access to the account, but I'm not in it yet. But sometime today, I will be going 100% long. I'm putting it on the chart
Man.
now. We are going to do a video tomorrow as well. But just in case, I'm putting it now. I'm putting it at the very top of yesterday's candle. I was waiting for the candle close. The big move happened after market closed. I didn't get a chance to put to increase it to 50 and then increase it to 100 on current candle. So I'm just going straight to 100 today. I'm comfortable here. This move on yesterday's daily candle was clean. Yes, we're sitting at resistance, but this candle has broken two moving averages. Yes, there's going to be some time to think about this. I was on another podcast yesterday. I already forgot, so I did 4 yesterday, not 3. I was on Crypto Comments. It's in Russian language podcast. They asked me what do I think about for the next few months, and I drew something like this. I do think it'll be a slow grind higher. I think we're going to consolidate in the 65 to 72 range for a while, but I do believe in the upwards bias. I think the chances that we crash down have actually significantly dropped. Matt's modified Lucid SAR as part of Alpha Numerics continues to tick down. So it'll still be a while before the wave flips to be green. I really liked this right here, this MRI buy opportunity. We discussed it on this channel. I was bullish off of it, but in the allocation chart, that didn't matter. The allocation chart uses a slightly higher time frame. But when we look at this in hindsight, that's a beautiful MRI daily buy that seems to have marked the low. And that is the first MRI buy on that chart since all the way back in January. Wow. I didn't realize it was that long between MRI buys. January and the last MRI buy in January, which also took place out of consolidation, drove the price 80% higher, ultimately topping out at 74. And this MRI buy opportunity so far has driven the price up only 15%. So even if we go halfway as much as last time, that will still be, 80,000 on the price of Bitcoin. So, yep. Again, don't sleep on the MRI. This was the big contradiction-ish, right? Because this is where alphanumerics is going bearish and MRI is going bullish. And I think our title videos were, let's see which one will end up winning out. Yep, Matt, what's up?
Yeah, it's so funny when we look back at this for so many reasons, because the MRI on the weekly was amazing on the top, and the MRI on the daily was amazing on the bottom at this point in time. And we both didn't follow it as much as we probably should have. You know what I mean? Like, should have made two trades, but it should have closed on the weekly and entered on the daily and done two trades in the past month. But I didn't. I did 100 trades in the last month.
Yeah, hindsight is always 2020. And in hindsight, it almost makes sense that we're topping on a weekly and bottoming on a daily because we are in a secular bull market since the halving. So it makes sense why the daily trends are way more bullish than the bearish trends. And the two time frames that I look at the most with the MRI are daily and weekly. Those are my top two time frames. And so once again, hindsight is always good. And here we are.
I'm really I'm just noticing now you've got the halving line in there. I really like that we're back in the zone of the price we were at the halving. So like I it makes sense that we had a bit of a dump post halving. That makes sense because of all the hype and how powerful the move was moving into the halving. And then now that we've recovered back to that, it looks real nice looking at it like that.
Quick word on the short-term chart. The CMF on the 4 hours off the charts. That is super bullish. Our RSI is a little extended and overbought, but the MACD is still not showing you any concerns. We can certainly consolidate here for one more leg higher. And I don't have much to say on the 1 hour chart, but the current hour is doing really well. If the current hour can close at a new swing high, we get another green star candle. And we already had two green star candles without, the breakout. And you've seen this before many times. The third one seems to be the charm quite often in consolidation.
Yeah, I think when we go into the S&P and see how fiery that is, that'll trigger Bitcoin to go higher as well. So let's look at that. The S&P, we got to address it, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the S&P had a crazy day yesterday off of the CPI news. The CPI ticked down 0.1%, actually, not up. For some reason, I forgot that the last CPI reading was 3.5. For some reason, I thought that the prior CPI reading was 3.2, 3.3. So I thought the CPI was up. CPI was actually down 0.1%. It's an irrelevant tick down. But for some reason, everyone seems to think that inflation is over and the Fed is going to now lower rates. But hey, craziness for the people creates a new all-time high in the S&P 500. It is on an MRI top. I would be careful here today and tomorrow. I would be a little cautious. I am expecting a bit of a pullback. This could pull Bitcoin back a smidge. I'm okay with that. Honestly, I think this is the bottom. I'm going to be it's not only that, but it's also time-wise, right? We're going into the summer. We're going into the bullish period for risky assets. The summertime is where prices tend to rise. It's late August, September is when prices tend to pull back. So I'm comfortable here. I'm gonna, this position, this 100% long that I'm putting in my account, I'm probably gonna hold on to that. I mean, Bitcoin would have to crash all the way down to like break new lows for me to really get nervous. At this point, we would have to break the long-term moving average. We'd have to break the 60K for me to alter this position.
No, and I said it yesterday in the show. I'm instead of actually trading this position that I'm currently in, I put a break-even stop in, and I'm just going to sit on it. That's it. I'm not trading anymore because why would I? I got a real tight entry, and I'm feeling really good. I'm going to sit on this trade for a month, see what happens. You know.
All right, close us out.
It just made me smile before we go any further that you said we're going into the summer, and for the first time, you know, we're on opposite time zones, Tony and I. But I'm also an Australian, so I'm opposite seasons. But now we're going into the summer. You're right. I'm in Japan. We've got Northern Hemisphere. I'm enjoying that we can marry that point. Please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Please join the Discord group. It's a free Discord group. All you got to do is join the affiliate links in the description below. We've got 1,000 people in there now, pretty much, and it's highly active. The great traders in there. It's a great place to communicate and be with like-minded individuals. Get excited for this trading competition. It's going to be bonza. All right, Tone. Good night.
All right.